So once again, we're going to take a look at a batch of houses that are under 200,000 in a very desirable area. But first, we're going to look at why this area might be of interest. In the Dallas Business Journal, they're talking about housing inventory in Dallas area sinks from bad to worse, homes getting upwards of 50 offers. The supply of houses in the Dallas area has sunk, with market inventory decreasing by more than half year over year. So this was in March 14th, so we're recording this a couple days later. Anybody who's been waiting for a year or 2.5 years thinking that the market's going to get better, well, as of the last 30 days, it's actually gotten worse. Market inventory decreasing by half. So the waiting game is not really working. What's going to happen to prices in the future? Well, here's another indicator where the Energy Secretary plans to target HVAC for price hikes. All building materials are going up in value, going up in cost. Lumber, appliances, labor, roofing. We've done other videos that showed some of the increases. Everything's going up in cost. That's not going to change. This is not even a procedure or policy that's in place yet. There are plans to target HVACs to raise the price of heating systems to jack up the price. So the cost of building homes is not going to go up, so therefore existing inventory is not going to go up. But we've talked many times about what's the advantage of purchasing a house that's at 200,000 in terms of, you'll have a mortgage payment of about $1,000 a month. You'll be in the housing market, and it's certainly going to be beneficial for appreciation. What area are we talking about? Well, this is the area of Dallas, Texas, and north of Dallas is where the growth is. You're talking about Plano, Frisco. Frisco is one of the biggest growing areas of the country. You're going to have McKinney. Up here is Prosper, Texas. And then after you get above this 380 route, this is where a lot of the growth is. You're going to see towns like Prosper, Salina, Gunter, Van Alstyne. This area is the next growth area. See, all this is urban. This is gray shaded on Google Maps. And the gray shading is actually creeping up. You can even see pockets of it farther up towards Sherman. This is the fill-in area. And even going up east and west of this. This is the growth corridor. This is the Dallas North Turnpike and actually extends up 289. There's some huge multi-billion-dollar developments happening right around this intersection of 380 and the Dallas North Turnpike, the DNT. There's what they call the billion-dollar mile, where they're just building all kinds of shopping, entertainment, and that's what's driving the growth here. And it's growing up in this area. And there's a lot of new subdivisions. Salina has, many new $700,000-$800,000 subdivisions. So what you can do is look at some of these outlying areas in these towns here. This is what we're going to look at for opportunities to be close to the growth. You're also close to the lake, but still have opportunities. Here's one in Whitesboro, which is a small house, but it's under 200,000. It is on a corner lot. Inside, though, looks pretty updated. It's painted. Floors are nice. Decent kitchen. It's not an old sled house on the inside. It's a decent, livable house. And again, the advantages on price are you have a mortgage of about $1,000, $1,100, maybe $1,200 with taxes. That's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to change. So if you're renting and paying $1,500, $1,600, here is a way that you can lock in a payment, get a nice little house. Is this going to be the absolute dream house that you were looking for? No. It's a small little rancher. But it upgrades you from an apartment. Here's another one. This one's in Celeste. This is an interesting little town. It is on a total of about a half an acre. Got a couple separate lots. And some nice little hardwood trees outside. Decent sized house. Wood floors. Parquet ceiling. Looks like it's got a little tray ceiling here. Reasonably updated kitchen. It's not an old 50-year-old kitchen. Again, livable beadboard on this wall. Very livable. It's a 3.2, 1,500 square feet, so not a tiny house either. What about Savoy, Texas? This is an interesting house. Good size. Looks like it has a little separate area over here. 1,500 square feet again. 4-bedroom, 2-bath. Reasonably updated. We won't get too much into this one. In town. So, again, you're in that same general area. This is a lot smaller house, but look how much cheaper it is. This is Van Alstyne. This is a little bit closer in to the Salina, Prosper, Frisco, Plano area. And, yeah, it's a small little house. 1 bedroom, 1 bath. But depending upon what you're living in now, what's your apartment? Your apartment a 1 bedroom? The mortgage payment on this with tax and insurance would probably be about $500 or $600 a month. How bad would that be? This is a bigger house. This one is a 3.2, again on a half an acre, 1,600 square feet in Collinsville. Older house. The inside hasn't been updated as much. A lot of wood going on in this interior. But again, it's something where you can get into 172, so you're at the lower end. Even with taxes and insurance, you'd probably be under $1,000. Last but not least, look at this one. Almost 1,400 feet, 120,000, 2-car garage, good sized lot, fenced in. Looks like it has a pond. Is this a house you could do something with? Could you live here? Could you build a life here? Is it right in the middle of the thick of things in a big town where you have all kind of entertainment? No. You may have to drive to go to the store. You may have to drive to go to the bar or the restaurant if that's what you want to do. But again, 119, you're going to be at under $1,000 a month with tax and insurance on a mortgage that's locked in. That payment's not going anywhere. No one can kick you out. You can stay here all you want. Maybe you can rent out a room, have a nice yard to relax. As promised, we wanted to show you some other houses that fit the profile of executing the strategy of locking in a low payment so you don't have to pay high rent, you don't have a huge rent increase on your apartment, and you have a place to live until maybe you're ready to buy your dream house. This is probably not your dream house. That's fine. I get it. But it's a way to have a stepping stone to your dream house. So in 3 or 4 or 5 or 7 years, you're not locked out because your dream house, instead of being $500,000, is now $900,000, and you have no way of buying it because now you're priced out of the market. You buy this house for $119, stay in it for 5 years. It's worth $250, $300 maybe. Now you have $150,000 to put towards the down payment to a more upgraded house. At least you're in the game. Staying in an apartment paying rent, you're not in the game.